Could we see the Denver Broncos trade up from the 20th overall pick? According to Adam Schefter, it is very possible. So bringing in this article here from Nick Kendall of Mile High Huddle and scrolling down, on Monday, Adam Schefter reported the Broncos are among the few teams making calls to other teams regarding a trade up in the first round of the draft. There has been, however, a lack of teams willing to trade up, at least so far. Denver is one of those teams willing to trade up, according to Schefter. The Broncos have made inquiries about moving up in round one, but there aren't many others. This could always change when players start falling and teams are on the clock. If the Denver Broncos are indeed interested in trading up in the first round, who could they be going after? I know that immediately fans will pivot to Ashton Genty. A lot of fans want the Denver Broncos to trade up for Genty. I understand it. I really do. But I cannot support that. I cannot, because this is a loaded running back class. I would much rather stay at 20 and draft Travion Henderson there than trade up for Ashton Genty. I don't care if Ashton Genty is the next coming of Barry Sanders or Adrian Peterson. To get him, you would have to move up to the 5th overall pick, trading up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You would have to give up your 1st round pick this year, your 2nd round pick this year, your 3rd round pick this year, and your 1st round pick next year. That is way too expensive for a running back. I don't care who the running back is. This team still has positions of need. This team still needs an inline tight end. They still need depth on the defensive line, especially because you've got contract situations that you have to figure out with Zach Allen and John Franklin Myers. You need somebody who could potentially step in if you can't get deals done with one or potentially both of those players. You also need linebacker depth. What if Alex Singleton isn't able to stay healthy this year? And what if Drew Sanders didn't develop? Then you need somebody who can step in and be a starter alongside Greenlaw. Or, God forbid, what if Greenlaw goes down? You need depth at the linebacker position. And rounds 2 through 6 are where you fill these needs. If the Denver Broncos were to make this trade, they would be left with 2 4th round picks and 3 6th round picks. That's it. And that's not enough draft capital to fill the remaining needs that you have on this roster. So I could not imagine a more stupid scenario than trading up into the top 5 for a running back. I don't care who that running back is. You can get a perfectly acceptable starting running back later on in the draft. You could get one at 20, or you could even get one in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. That's how deep this running back class is. If they were to trade up, one move I would be endorsive of is trading up for Tyler Warren. If Warren starts falling down the board to like the 12th overall pick area and he's within striking distance, you might want to trade up to jump ahead of the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts are easily the most tight end desperate team in the NFL. If you are looking for, in my opinion, another generational type prospect, Tyler Warren would fit that bill, and he would fill a need at Y inline tight end for the Denver Broncos. Having Tyler Warren and Evan Ingram as a 2 tight end tandem, that could take this passing game to the next level. Plus, bringing in Warren would also help in the run game, because one of the reasons why the run game was so inconsistent last year was because of inconsistent blocking at the tight end position. Warren could come in and he could help fix that problem. So Warren would help out your run game. Not only would he help out your pass game. So for me, it's a no-brainer. If the Denver Broncos are going to trade up for anybody, it's Tyler Warren. I would rather stay at 20 and go after a defensive lineman, or if you absolutely insist, a running back. But the ideal Denver Broncos draft for me would be to come away with a defensive lineman in round 1, come away with a running back in round 2, and a tight end in round 3. That would be my ideal draft for the Denver Broncos. We'll see what happens, but if Schefter's reporting that the Broncos are inquiring about trading up, I would definitely listen to that. George Paton said that he was going to call pretty much every GM in the NFL at some point before the draft to at least gauge their interest on if they want to move up or if they want to move back, and what potentially they would be interested in if they wanted to make a trade with Denver. So George Paton, that's just him doing his due diligence. I don't know if Schefter's reporting on George making those calls or if there's something more substantial to this. I think it's the latter, given the fact that it's coming from Adam Schefter. All right, guys, be sure to leave a like on this video as well, subscribe and ring the bell, and let me know in the comment section below, guys, if the Denver Broncos were to trade up for one player, who would you want that player to be? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. And until next time, Broncos country, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.